let's make lemonade. Okay. Let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go! 6! It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Start your day with a jolt of energy and no-holds-barred opinions. This is The Rush, where Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bring you bold, unfiltered, and uncensored takes on sports, life, and everything in between. Buckle up and let's go.
We are live from JR's Southpork Ranch at the Iowa State Fair. Happy Friday, everybody. Good to have you along on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com and the Rush Radio Android app or the TuneIn app, thank you so much for dialing us in this morning. We wish you could see our surroundings. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see us very, very soon. Of course, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave your comments in the comment section. You can also follow us on our social media channels, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Ross Peterson, wow, we are here. We are live. And we have audio, I think, in all the places we need to have audio. We have video in all the places we need to have video. We're rocking and rolling, baby.
Live at the Iowa State Fair. Looking good. And big thanks to our technical producer today, our technical assistant, our key grip.
Key grip. I think he's a key grip.
Ray is holding our light for us this morning. We won't need it for long, but Ray got snuck in. Imagine, Ray found a way in.
And I'm still trying to figure out how that happened, because we came in gate 8, and they were like, yeah, can we help you? And they're like, oh, are you the cleaning people? Yeah, we're the cleaning people. Yes, we are here to sweep streets, pick up everything around here, and we see that actually we're the cleaning managers. We're just here to make sure that it's done properly and it's done right, because the fair's getting ready to open.
Yeah. They were getting ready. One lady was getting ready to ask a question, and then the other guy looked at me and said, "You're the cleaning guy." And I went with it.
Yeah, Ross was just like, I'm the cleaning guy.
Yeah,
I'm the cleaning guy.
Does that get me in? Does that get me in? Now, I'm the cleaning guy.
Now the problem's going to be getting out, because we drove our cars in, and now when they open the doors at 8 o'clock,
we're going to be swimming upstream there, buddy, in the cars, which are and a car out here at the fair. Right now, Ray had the best word for it, because Ray and I are sitting here talking, and Ray's like, this is surreal. The fair, you're so used to this being shoulder-to-shoulder people. I mean, even if you're out here for like a Bacon Fest event, or you're out here for, a fishing expo, man, you get in one of those tight spaces, it's crowded. It's weird. It's surreal is the right word. To come out here this early in the morning, there's a few people milling around. Honestly, if you're paying attention, you know who's milling around here right now, Travis? The people that are making money.
Yeah, because they're milling around right now because they're going to be making more money today.
Yeah.
And that's the whole purpose is to provide entertainment and joy for people. But you don't do this for your health and beauty. Matter of fact, it affects your beauty a lot. Brooks Reynolds came stumbling down. He didn't go home. He's got an Airbnb that he rents from himself upstairs.
Yeah, probably. Sorry, some tax thing happens.
Yeah, they're like, I rent my apartment here. This is exactly what I do. And he comes stumbling down. He's just, you can just tell. And Brooks doesn't party anymore. Brooks is.
He looks good.
He's clean and sober, but I bet he was up really late just cleaning up, getting this thing ready, because it has to look like brand new every single day.
Everybody's looking. I even thought this morning, I'm like, man, Ray's on his game today. Looking good.
Feeling good.
Good conversation with him. Brooks is looking good. Brooks is cleaned up. You're looking amazing.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I need to step my game up.
My Uber driver gave a compliment.
Ray said his Uber driver even gave him a compliment.
No,
Gave me a compliment. What? The Uber drivers in Des Moines are listening to us. If you're out there driving Uber right now, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate that. But I tell you one thing, it does feel like the fair. And it didn't take long, and it might be the humidity, but it could be the grease that is flying around here, and not just at JR Southpork Ranch, because they do fry those party balls.
Yeah.
but like I am coded. Like my computer, everything now is just like has a little
feeling on
just
it.
That feeling
Dude,
on it.
It's funny. You know what? When we literally you started the show, and you're like, welcome, here we are. And I reached down and there was a piece of lobster next to my microphone.
Piece of lobster.
I'm like, welcome to the Iowa State Fair, baby.
You know, if that would have been a piece of caviar, that would have been worth money.
Look at this guy.
Oh, Chris Meharry's walking in. He's got the giddy up on. He's got the JR Southpork Ranch uniform. You ever notice that we have yet to get the uniform?
I thought about this last night. We can't pull that off, dude.
No.
We can't pull that off. There's about 3 people that we know in our world that can pull that off. Meharry's one of them.
He is. He's got the cowboy hat on. He's got the cowboy boots. And the truth is, he's wearing shorts with cowboy boots.
Yeah.
There's only Chris Meharry and women are the only people that can pull that off. You know?
He does it better than the ladies.
He does do it better than the ladies. Man. Damn.
I'm happy to be here, dude. This is a happy place.
You know, we're going to have a busy morning. Iowa Lottery is going to be stopping by about 6:30, and you're going to want to hear this because we got a special deal for everybody to listen. Who is it who's stopping by? I'm bad with names.
Matt Strawn's coming by. Matt and I have been buddies for a long time. Matt runs the Iowa Lottery now. He was a politician in a previous life, but we don't really talk about that. That's how Matt and I got to know each other.
Republican or Democrat?
Doesn't matter. Big, both buy lottery tickets. Woohoo! And but Matt is a big Hawkeye fan and always willing to talk about anything and everything. Loves Iowa. Loves the Iowa State Fair. Runs the Iowa Lottery now. So it has a really, really fun opportunity that's coming up. The Iowa Lottery has big visions here at the fair this year, right? They want to set a world record, Travis.
Hold on, a world record?
A world record.
A world record. Fill me in.
All right. It's a world record, quite frankly. It's embarrassing that we don't have it already. And wait until I give you the details of this thing. You're going to be like, all
Chris,
right.
you smell good, by the way.
It does. The wind hit that just right.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, downhill from Chris Meharry.
Now it smells rich. What was? I don't remember what I was telling you.
The world record.
The world record. That's not something stupid. Something fun. So I've always, dude. When you were a kid, didn't you want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records?
Because
every kid.
You would go to the school library like in September, October, and the Guinness Book of World Record would be like this thick, and you would go through like every world record to see. But you always went to the freaky ones, like the tallest man, the fattest woman,
the fattest twins on the motorcycle.
Yes.
Remember the fat twins on the moped?
100%.
The lady with the long fingernails where they curled around.
Yes.
And then. So everybody I'm with you, dude, wanted to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's, by the way, do you know that it is the Guinness from the beer?
I think we talked about this a couple months ago, and you informed me that. I was not aware of that.
They created the book, Travis, to sell more beer. They thought guys sit around at the pub 100 years ago. They're like, guys sit around at the pub and have these interesting conversations and if we could sponsor some sort of book that was like the Bible for these interesting conversations. And they came up with the Guinness Book of World Records. That's the same beer company. So always wanting to be a part of that, the Iowa Lottery found something that we should absolutely own that's in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's the most scratch-off tickets scratched off at one time in one place.
The most scratch-off tickets scratched off.
And I'll let Matt give you the details of it when he gets here in a little while. Okay, he'll give us more details. But essentially, they're going to be setting a new world record here at the Iowa State Fair this year. Give me a number. What do you think? Where do you think the number is set? And then you won't even. I could give you 50 guesses. You wouldn't guess where the record is held.
I'm gonna guess 15,000.
800.
800 is the world record?
800 is the world record.
Call me crazy, but are you kind of shocked there's even a world record for this type of category?
There's so many world records. In fact, they've had to, I think Guinness has had to stop sponsoring certain world records. Like they don't acknowledge the world record for like the longest, staying awake the longest. They don't do that because it's bad for your health.
It's really bad for your health.
So they don't do it, but they do everything. Everything that's not unhealthy. They do.
Like we can't sit here and we're looking at all the wonderful beer and frozen drinks here. We can't do the most beer consumed.
I don't know about that. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. But anyway, Iowa Lottery going to jump into that mix, and they're going to not beat that record. They're going to crush that record here at the Iowa State Fair, and Matt Strawn will give us the details and how you can be a part of that. You can be a part of the Guinness Book of World Records. Childhood dreams come true here on The Rush.
What would be really cool if, because if they get into the book, and do they still print a book? Do they still print the book yearly, or is it just online now?
Let's talk about the book, because when you said that thing about going to the library when you were a kid.
Yeah.
I think I had like a long time confession come up when you did that. I think I did that because I wanted people to think that I was really smart and reading a big book.
Oh, you and I are a lot alike.
But I didn't want to read the big book. I was never going to read, War and Peace. But man, if I could carry that great big Guinness Book of World Records.
And then you just move the bookmarker to make it look like you read more? I'm kind of with Ross here. I did the same thing. Did the exact same thing. Just, okay, day 3, move the bookmarker. Move the bookmarker. Read a couple words, go, why am I trying to read this? This is way out of my league.
Who's Gary?
Then along came audiobooks, and I was like, yes, I can finally read. I can read, folks. It's hard, but I would say that I'm a really slow reader.
Listen, I've always said I can read. I just don't like to.
But you like to listen to books, right? Or listen to podcasts?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, hey, I drove all the way from Oxford, Mississippi yesterday.
I think we can have Rev turn the light off, can't we?
Well, let's wait till after this.
Set the light down for a second.
Oh, no, let's keep it up for just a little bit. He's got to earn his money. I mean, Chris Meharry just took a picture of him holding the light. He's got to earn his pay today. He hijacks the chat every morning. And that's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And he's developed some friendships on there. But, he got into the fair for free. I mean, he talked his way in. Oh, you had a ticket?
Yeah, I was going to say, he got in for free? He had a ticket.
I can't believe they scanned the ticket at 5 o'clock in the morning. But where was I? Oh, I drove all the way back from Oxford yesterday. And normally I go through Jonesboro, Arkansas, up to Springfield and back home to Omaha. We came a different way. We went up through St. Louis and hopped and crossed over to Iowa by Keokuk.
Yep.
So just let me tell you, it's the first time I've ever been on Highway 34 and then went to, is it 63 or 163 that goes through Ottumwa, or goes through Mount Pleasant, Ottumwa, up through Pella.
Yeah.
That is one of the most beautiful drives.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And what was great about it, it's 4-lane all the way, and there's no traffic.
Yeah, the Avenue of the Saints.
Is
that what they call that?
Absolutely phenomenal. And I was like, I wish I have known about this road even longer. Not that it's an easier way to get to Oxford, but man, I'm like, my sister-in-law Gretchen lives in Muscatine, and I go to Anjanette, why do we take I-80 where everybody is going 150 miles an hour? You feel for your safety. Let's add a half an hour to our drive and just take this way.
You just nailed it there. It's the half hour. It is a beautiful route. I think, isn't that what they call the Avenue of the Saints? I think that's what they have a name for it, because it's basically the most direct route from St. Louis to St. Paul. I think. Maybe I'm making this up. Maybe it's somewhere in my head. No. Greg says, thanks, Greg. Right away, Greg says, no, Ross. Wrong.
So we did not listen to the radio the whole time. We Greta, Anjanette, and myself, we just had nice family conversations. And I learned something yesterday. It kind of pissed me off. And what I mean is stuff that we should be learning in school that we never learned about. Were you always taught in school that Iowa was never part of the Civil War?
No.
You were taught they were part of the Civil War?
Yeah.
We weren't. So as we're crossing over from over on the other side of Missouri, I learned about the Battle of Athens. And it wasn't Confederates against Unionists, but it was kind of like some militia groups. But I had no idea that there was a battle that took place, and the reason the Union militia won is because is it General Dodge in Council Bluffs, when he was getting the Dodge House ready, had some muskets. So they had better firepower. So the Confederate separatists showed up with like squirrel rifles and pistols. Well, they got a hold of some musket rifles, and even though they were outnumbered a lot, the firepower was why they were able to win that. And it spilled over across the Des Moines River. We read about this. And then as we're going through Salem and some other parts, did you know Iowa played a huge part in the Underground Railroad? I had no idea. Maybe I wasn't paying attention at Tri-Center Neola. I had no idea. Here I am, almost 55 years old, and going, I had no idea about this stuff. No idea. I was kind of blown away by it.
Yeah, so there, the southern part of Iowa, you know who would be a good guy to talk to about this is Gary Dolphin. Remember Dolphin?
Oh, yeah.
He's like a huge Civil War buff.
Yeah.
During his career, when Iowa has a bye week, he and one of his buddies go to a different Civil War battle site that's like their vacation. He would be a fun guy to talk to about this, but because Missouri was essentially part of the South.
Yes.
So the southern part of Iowa, there's a lot of fascinating history there, all the way up through like Simon Estes being, he grew up down in Centerville, and there's some fascinating history about world famous black guy growing up in rural Iowa in the 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Wild stories.
Yeah, crazy stuff. I'm like, God, I'm glad I learned this now. But even Anjanette didn't know it. So I'm like, okay, we were not taught this in school. You must have been at Des Moines East, because Des Moines Public Schools must have a much better educational system than Tri-Center Neola. Yeah, I learned that. And this is a sign of old age when you're like, hey, should we stop in Salem to see the houses? Should we go to? And Tabor is like 30 miles away from us. Tabor is like this was where all the Kansas refugees and they called them refugees back then, would come up, and they would hide them in Tabor.
Yeah.
And then they would ship them to Des Moines, then Grinnell, and then get them across the Mississippi River. I was like, wow,
crazy, isn't it?
Crazy stuff. Crazy.
And that's not that long ago.
No,
we're not, dude. Even the the Ice Age. When you think about
that's a long way ago.
How long ago do you think the Ice Age? How long? There used to be a mile of ice right where we stand right now.
What?
Straight up. How
couple
long,
thousand years
how
ago?
Long ago? How long do you think?
A couple thousand years ago?
How long? Give me a number.
Well, it wasn't even a couple thousand years ago, because a couple thousand years ago is when Christ was born.
10,000 years ago.
That's a long time. In my book, that's a long time.
Yeah, but it's not millions of years back.
That's true.
Is the point.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
That's true. All right, I got a story for you, because I can't make this stuff up. We had a good show yesterday, and we were talking about critters and skunks. And we're driving home yesterday, and we get a call from Abigail. And she's like, hey, we're listening to the show. Just to let you know, Will had a pet skunk growing up.
No.
Yes. Will had a pet skunk growing up.
Dude, who sent... Hey, there's Matt. Who sent us the photo? Was it Hersom? Somebody sent us a photo. Hersom, Coach Hersom sent us a photo of his mom and dad. And his dad is holding a skunk. And it's like, hey, he's like, there's my grandma and my mom and dad, and my dad's holding his pet skunk. Will had a pet. Now, I only bring up
in the house. In the house. Domesticated. They had it descented and then domesticated, and had the critter running around the house like a frickin' cat. So I said, I had to ask the question, did it use a litter box? And that's what it used. It used a litter box like a cat. I had no idea you could domesticate a skunk. I don't think I would want to domesticate a skunk.
Dude, indoors? Kept it indoors? And it used a freaking litter box?
Yes.
I love Will. He's a great young man.
Yes, he is. My son-in-law.
I want you to paint the picture a little more clearly for everybody. Where did Will grow up?
He grew up in the Delta of Mississippi.
Okay. I wasn't sure the right way to say.
Will, I love you, but this is why people stereotype.
This is one of the things where people are, because my first thought was like, oh my God, well. Well, it's a different culture.
A much different culture.
But, dude, even like, when...
but how do you, hey, you go to the vet and say, let's have this. How do you get it to the vet to get it descented? Do you need like one of those tranquilizer darts? You shoot it, put it down.
Sometimes even trapping a skunk would be difficult because once you trap it, you've got to be able to get it down because it's going to, as soon as it sees you coming to the trap, it's going to spray you.
Yes.
I don't know, dude. We're too dumb. Corey could help us. We've talked to Corey.
Yeah.
Like, how do they go about that? Corey loves animals, and he would talk. I bet he knows how they do it. Corey's probably watching or listening right now. Corey, give us a call if you can. 515-517-2303.
Yeah. Does Corey get a critter trap and somebody says, I think I want that as a pet?
I bet that happens more often.
Don't take it to wherever you think you want to take it. Go ahead and I think I want to try to domesticate this thing.
So, what other animals get are like? I was always shocked when I found out that people had, my ex-wife grew up down in St. Charles, and and she would tell stories about like she'd go pick up her friend for school. She'd go into the house to get her friend, then she'd come outside, and there would be a goat on top of her car.
A goat.
A goat, and then I think the goat even. I think one friend had a goat that slept inside. It was like an inside goat.
Well, they do goat yoga now. You've seen the goat yoga, right?
You do yoga and a goat climbs on top of you. Get out of here.
You pay extra for that, by the way. You pay a lot extra for that. I don't want a goat crawling on me. A lot of things. But what else can you domesticate? A skunk, apparently you can domesticate. A ferret can be domesticated.
Yeah, dude. Oh. The neighborhood adjacent to me, not the neighborhood I live in, again, not the gated community outside of the gate. Neighborhood Facebook page posts an alert. Hey, everybody, look out. Giant python, 6 foot. 6 foot
on the loose.
On the loose. It's on the loose. It's in the creek bed. Everybody beware. Keep your small animals inside. I swear to God, the neighborhood, like when you're driving down the freeway and you got the golf course on your left side.
Yeah.
The neighborhood on the right side of the golf course, on the right side of the freeway. That neighborhood's Facebook association. The dude put a thing out. He's like, "Hey, I've seen this thing. I've seen enough of it to know it's about 6 to 8 inches in diameter." He says, I saw about 4 feet of it. I saw enough of it to know it's probably 6 feet or more. Yellow python. Be on the lookout. On the lookout.
I mean, that thing's going to go after rabbit. It's going to go after deer. It's
snake people. I try not to judge people.
Oh, I judge people.
Snake people are weird, man. It's weird.
Do you throw lizard people in with snake people?
They're
so
the
do
same.
I.
They're the same. They're the same. And stop.
Man.
What is it about that? Why is it that and how come we aren't like them?
Because we're normal. That's the way I look at it. We're normal.
So everybody looks at everything. KCCI had a feature on it, Buzz says. Yeah, holy cow, dude.
Listen, pet spiders, I don't care about. You can have a little your bug thing. I'm not a spider guy, but snakes, I just don't understand.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like to me, having spiders is like having an ant farm. Sure. You can't take them for a walk. It's like having fish. Sure.
515-517-2303. Let's go to the phones. Who's this? Welcome to the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
It's Bill Blank.
Hey, Billy, how'd your show go last night?
It went pretty well. We got some audio issues we got to clean up, but it's gonna be better tonight for East Side night with our guest, the pride of East High and the East Side, Ross Peterson.
I'm going to be Bill Blank's guest tonight on his State Fair
now,
show.
Are you having multiple guests, or are you just having one guest?
I am having one guest like Ross, or like last night I had Brooks. Willie actually showed up and tagged in with Brooks, so it's kind of an open invitation in that way. But I will have like a guest to kind of, carry it. But I also plan to have a food guest, for 5 minutes or so, and then an artist guest, because the whole point of the show is, you guys know I've never been a fan of the fair. I feel like I've always felt like the fair just reinforced every negative stereotype about Iowans you could dream up. So I never was a fan, and so I decided if you can't beat them, join them. And my show is going to highlight the more artistic side. We're in the cultural center with all the paintings and the photographs and the drawings and all those kind of things. So I plan to have some of those artists on with me to, go through some of their stuff.
You're a man of the people, Bill. You're a man of the people.
I suppose you could say that.
I suppose locals have said.
What?
Oh, sorry.
I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
We're getting invaded by Ray.
Ray says he's got to give you a shout out.
I'm repping.
Oh, it's Ray.
He's repping your gear right now, Bill. He's got the Billy and Willie's workshop hat on down here at the fair.
Oh, I love it. Hell yeah, Ray.
Yeah. So Ray.
Did he bring his? Did he bring his bong shaped like a python?
He did not. He's got his lobster shirt on though. He's in full JR Southpork Ranch mode.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I heard you. I had a lobster roll last night. It was delicious, and I was thinking about your snake story, and the Ross, you were talking about snake people, quote unquote. You know what their house looks like, right? When you go in there, they're the people that all the decor is really dark and wizards.
Yeah.
And
when you said you know what their house looks like, I almost said their living room's painted black.
You'd almost think they're meth heads because the windows are covered up and there's black lights everywhere.
Hey, Travis, I think you might be onto something there.
You think? All right, buddy. Hey,
normal people that own snakes.
Thank you.
All right, Billy, we got to let you go, buddy. We got to take a break.
Hey, Cultural Center, third
floor.
All
right, I love you all. Thank you.
Third floor of the Cultural Center tonight from 6 to 7.
All right, see you, Billy. Appreciate it, man. 515-517-2303. That's the number to call if you want to join the show like Bill Blank did. We're going to take a break, come back, talk Iowa Lottery on the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vents, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
The Royal Mile, where everyone's a wee bit British. The Royal Mile is downtown Des Moines' living room with classic pub favourites. Pair them with a glass of whiskey or an expertly poured Guinness. It's bloody brilliant. The Royal Mile, a proper British pub.
There's always something new at Fong's Pizza. The patio is open and ready for you, your friends, and an ever-changing menu of tiki drinks. Or try our new noodle dishes alongside your favorite slice. It's all happening this summer at the new Fong's in the East Village.
Thinking about buying a home? Get pre-approved in 30 minutes with Gary Presnell at Northwest Bank in Des Moines. Gary offers first-time home buyers programs, VA, FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
You know, Brian, at Central City, we really do have the best selection around.
I know. High-quality stuff you can't find anywhere else.
Whistle Pig Plantation Rum.
Yeah, and over 150 of the best scotches on earth.
And a ton of bitters, mixers, and more.
You know what we are? High class.
Definitely high class, yeah.
Make way for the natty.
Okay, maybe medium class.
Central City Liquor is home of the 10% cash coupon.
And the Wooden Nickel program.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on the RushRadio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
The heat of summer is here. Have you had your vehicle safety inspected lately? With any service at Willis Chevy, we include a free multi-point inspection along with a video multi-point inspection. Our GM certified technicians will check your fluids, tires, suspension, brakes, and everything else underneath your vehicle. Come see us today for your inspection to make sure your vehicle is ready for that road trip or ready for the kids to go back to school. Schedule online today at willischevy.com.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bakery, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Good to have you along on a Friday. We are live from the Iowa State Fair, the one, the only place to really hang out because we're that biased is JR's Southpork Ranch. Brooks Reynolds is going to be joining us a little bit later on in the show. Of course, if you want a lobster roll, if you want caviar, the expensive stuff is here, but also really affordable stuff like the chicken pickle ranch rocket, all the
Dino Nuggets. They got chicken sandwiches.
The AE party balls. Yeah. Real quickly before we jump into our interview, don't forget to get the Central City Liquors because they still have the cast strength single barrel Knob Creek 126 proof bourbon and it's top shelf. And we're going to stop by, I think, after this show and sign some bottles. So if you want an autograph bottle, why the hell you would, I have no idea.
Whatever.
Ross, introduce our guest here.
This is an old friend of mine and a guy that I'm happy to introduce to you, Travis. This is Matt Strawn. Matt is with the Iowa Lottery. I've known Matt for coming up on 20 years. An Iowa boy through and through, a guy that has dedicated his life, and I've never said this to him. It really has dedicated his life to making Iowa a better place and a cool place, and now he runs the Iowa Lottery. So we're lucky enough to have him join us today, and we're going to chat about some of that growing up, and not just growing up in Iowa, but growing up in America, and wrapping yourself in the red, white, and blue. Matt, thanks for joining us, buddy. How you been, man?
Man, I'm awesome.
Uh-oh, got to get you on there. Is that better?
Yeah, you're on.
All right, we on?
Yeah, you're on.
You're
Perfect,
Man,
perfect.
I don't want to say anything that's going to ruin what they think after that introduction.
I told people earlier, I'm like, well, he dedicated his life to politics earlier, and Travis said Republican or Democrat. I said, they both buy lottery tickets, so that doesn't matter. Big Hawkeye fan, and now a guy that is running the lottery. But let's go back to the beginning, because you, like us, grew up here in Iowa. You're an Iowa farm. Where did you grow up?
Yeah, so over in Benton County, Van Horn, Benton Community High School. So, yeah, about 30 miles west, a little northwest of Cedar Rapids.
Okay.
So no better way to grow up, man.
Like Travis and I, when you're a little kid and the book fair comes to town, you could either spend all of your money to get one giant book, the Guinness Book of World Records, but you would take the route that we did. You'd go to the library every year and you'd rent the Guinness Book of World Records and you'd dream about what records you could maybe find Matt Strawn in, right?
Oh, it's funny. We were just talking about that in the office the other day, that you go to the library. There's no way my folks are going to shell out the money for us to buy that thing at the book fair. My dad farmed. My mom was a teacher, man. That wasn't going to happen.
If I can get it for free and carry it around. Do you remember? I remember as a kid what records I tried, what records I wanted to be, the ones that I knew I never would have a chance of doing, and then the ones that I found the most fascinating. We talked about like the lady with the fingernails. That was always super crazy.
Right.
I remember one summer, the record for stacking golf balls it's attainable. It's like 11 or something. I'm like, I can do that. You can't do it.
Buddy, it is fascinating the things that go on in your mind.
I tried. I did. I spent a summer stacking golf balls. I didn't get more than about 4 or 5 high, but I really did want to do it. So I love what you guys are doing here with the Iowa Lottery and giving people a chance to kind of fulfill that childhood dream.
You know, it's what a great segue when you think about, and I talk about this with my team all the time. You know, we're not a lottery. We're not the lottery. We're the Iowa Lottery. You know, we're Iowa people that are incredibly privileged to serve our state in this unique way. So let's have some fun with it. So this year is the 40th anniversary of the Iowa Lottery. The first lottery ticket, Travis, was sold here at the fairgrounds, August 22nd, 1985.
1985.
I'm sure you remember it well.
Unfortunately, I do. Unfortunately, I do.
And we thought, you know, what would be cooler than to bring things back to the Iowa State Fair? But, you know, we're the lottery, so we got to, you know, put a little polish on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's break a record. That first scratch ticket that was sold here was that $1 scratch, match, and win ticket, little silver ticket. So we actually did a throwback this year. You'll find it in any one of our 2,500 retailers around the state. So we're going to have up to 2,000 Iowans next Thursday at the fairgrounds to try and set a Guinness World Record of the most people simultaneously scratching a lottery ticket at once. Let's bring this thing back to the USA.
So hold on. Is the lottery going cheap here and giving everybody a quarter to scratch off, or are they going like some like a washer which comes from Home Depot at a half a penny each?
Travis, buddy, we're the lottery, man. We don't do that. So here's what you're gonna get.
You got a fingernail.
No, yeah, like a lady in the Guinness.
Use the fingernail.
No, we've got a commemorative coin that every participant is going to get. Now, here's the deal, though. It has to be simultaneous. These Guinness folks don't mess around. So they're making us have auditors and observers throughout. We're going to be over at the Elwell Family Center in the northwest corner of the fairgrounds. So no premature scratching.
Okay.
Ross.
Okay. All right. Well, that's important.
I premature scratch all the time, but now that I'm on Flomax, that has kind of decreased a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you in an uncomfortable situation, Matt.
Matt's good. Trust me, he's good.
Yeah. So it's cool. We thought, what better way to kind of thank Iowa, you know, for really responsibly enjoying our product. We've raised over $2.5 billion for good causes over those 40 years, so it gives us a chance to talk about the great things the lottery does for our state, but also have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Set this record, bring it back. You know what it is.
We've alluded to this now a couple of times. Because I even said to Travis earlier, I'm like, I could give you 50 guesses on who holds the record, and you'd never come up with the idea. First of all, he was way off on the number. Because I would have been too. If you'd have asked me how many people is it, I said, it's got to be like 10,000. Yeah. The number is 800.
Yeah, and it's funny when my staff brought this to me and said, hey, we got this crazy idea. What do you think, boss?
What a great idea.
Same exact thing. I mean, tens of thousands. And I know it's a great state fair, and Jeremy does a great job out here putting 1 million people in over the course of about a week and a half. But when they said, no, it was less than 1,000, and 2023, the record was set in Poland. I mean, come on.
Now, hold on. Was there a record before that? Or is it just one of those things where Poland said, well, shit, there's no record. We'll set the bar.
Man, it's like you're reading my notes, Travis. So when I say we're bringing this back, we are bringing this back to the United States. So it was set in Idaho, actually, of all places. Before that, the Poles, took the title in 23. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna give away. Actually, we're gonna give away some cash prizes during the event as well. Of course, we're gonna give a top prize of $40,000, 40th anniversary. See what we did there?
Wow.
Right. That's real cash, man.
Holy cow.
That'll buy you a lobster roll or two out here.
Yeah, two, as a matter of fact. Now, let's get you two.
I hate to say this. Don't get mad at me. I haven't bought a scratch-off ticket in a long time. So it's just one of those things. I'm not a lottery player.
Yeah.
But what are prices of scratch-off tickets? Are they still $1? I know there's like some $5 ones. What are the price range of scratch-off tickets these days?
Yep, great question. So we've evolved a little bit from that initial $1 scratch, match, and win tickets. You'll find a scratch ticket price point from $1 to $50 at any of those retailers.
Now is it kind of like the dollar slots? If I buy the $50 ticket, do my odds of winning go up a lot more?
They do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the value proposition on that ticket's a lot stronger, higher top prize, all those things.
And oftentimes, Travis, those games are they're a little bit more involved and like a longer play. My brother always plays the crossword game.
See, I don't want to think. I just want to scratch, dude.
My brother will take that. I think is the crossword a $5 or $10.
Yeah, we got a $5 and a $10 crossword, and it is one of our most popular tickets because people like that extended play experience.
He'll play all day.
Yeah.
He'll play all day long. He'll sit there and scratch one letter and then set it down. And I'm like, scratch the ticket!
Well, and you think about it, Travis, the way, lottery's no different than any other product. You have to have a product that meets consumers where they are. So just the traditional give me the number match scratch game, folks are looking for a different experience. They want a licensed property, something they know. We had a Pac-Man ticket earlier this year.
Yeah.
We've got a Hawkeye ticket that launched this week for some neat experiences.
You have one?
We saw some of those.
I do have a Hawkeye ticket.
We can show.
So
I don't know what he can show us and what he can't because he's got some really cool stuff for me.
Is this
the lead on this, right?
I've done this before, and I don't know if it's legal or not. Is like I'll buy the last time I bought a scratch-off ticket, I'm like, I don't want to go out to my car and scratch. I said, just scan the code and see if it's a winner.
Can I do that?
Yeah, it's your ticket. It's your property once you choose to do it. Now, that takes the fun out of it.
It does take the fun out
of it, right?
Well, until they go, ding, ding, ding. Oh, you won. That was fun.
No, buddy, you're going to get the woohoo on the check.
The woohoo. That's what the woohoo.
So,
yeah, I think when I scratch off and I don't win, it's that, oh, man. If I just have them scan it, it's like, okay, throw it away. Let's
but you
go.
and I are also very similar in this way. I convince myself I'm too dumb to know whether or not I actually lost. Like I scratch it off and I know it's a loser, and then I go,
Ross, there are no losers in lottery land. There are only non-winners.
Look at that, how they spin it. They just spin it. This is how they reel you in. They throw the cast. No losers. No losers, just non-winners.
That politician thing we talked about.
Yes,
he's good
that's
at that.
a good way to do it.
All right, so we have buried the lead because we do have an awesome opportunity for our listeners. I've talked about this. Like we got a chance for those childhood dreams to come true. I guess I didn't even.
And listen up, because we need this to work to show Matt that people listen to this show.
Yeah. Well, people are listening. We're going to have some golden tickets, Matt. So people have been trying to get into this to be a part of the Guinness World Record attempt. We don't know that we're going to break it.
Thank you.
But the World Record attempt. And you have an opportunity to make sure to guarantee people a chance at this.
Yeah, so the goal is to have 2,000 people simultaneously scratching that scratch, match, and win ticket next Thursday out here at the fairgrounds. We have pre-registered 1,500 already through the Iowa Lotteries VIP Club.
Okay.
We've got another 500 that can start lining up on Thursday afternoon out here, except we have a handful of golden tickets only available to your listeners.
Wow.
Golden tickets.
How many specifically? Do we know?
Yes, I do. I've got 10 in my hot little hands as we're talking.
10. So all we do, and how long do they have to claim these?
You tell me,
next
Matt,
Thursday, or
you tell me how long we've got here to get people to either,
because at the end of the day, people are listening right now, and they're like, well, heck, I'm not going to the fair till Tuesday.
Right.
So how long do they have to claim these?
That's up to you guys. I'm going to leave them with you.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Decide how to get those to folks. But these are this is a guaranteed golden ticket.
So
into
now
the Guinness World Record breaking. Let me tell you what's in here, though.
Okay,
you've got a scratch ticket. See, Brooks
is in. We gave
Brooks
away
is
one.
all excited. Brooks is celebrating.
So all right. So in the golden ticket package, you have that guaranteed admission and guaranteed entry.
Okay.
You actually have a free $5 scratch, match, and win scratch ticket that you can win up to $50,000 on. And when you get here that day, you're going to get that commemorative coin that you can scratch with. You're going to be entered into 3 different drawings that we'll have during the course of the event: a $4,000, a $4,000, and then the $40,000 prize drawing. And then you're going to get another scratch ticket. Oh, and a fair entry ticket. So we've got your admission covered.
I was going to say that was one of my questions. Okay, the fair entry ticket. That's a good deal.
That's a really good
deal. Heck of a deal.
All for being a Ross and Travis listener, man.
Dude, Matt. That's a nice deal. That's really, really cool. Thank
now we
you
got to
so
figure out how people to claim them because
well, we're gonna have.
I'm going.
I mean, I knew this was gonna happen.
Golden ticket.
I knew it was like dibs. We're gonna we'll have to come up
Look at
with
that
something
guy.
fun on how to.
That's the golden
Here's
ticket.
what I do think. If you're like if you're a camper, we have a couple people that have told us they're listening from the campground.
Yeah.
If you're a camper, come down here right now. We're going to be here till 8 o'clock.
Absolutely.
We would hand you one, and we know you're going to be here Thursday anyway. If we've got some listeners that want to be, we'll have to figure this out, Travis, because we can even figure some things out with
Brooks or something. You know,
with Brooks and doing some signups online to get Choice Creative involved with this. This is a really cool thing.
It is
Matt?
a cool thing. And you know what? Before I go, one other thing, for anybody that's out here, whether you're out here camping or you're coming out later in the fair, do want to give a shout out. We're going to be out here all day Monday. So I know I referenced the Iowa Lottery obviously gives a lot back to the good people of Iowa. Last year, about $500 million in lottery sales. Thank you to our players, yielded $106 million back to good causes, such as the Iowa Veterans Trust Fund. So we are the sponsor of Veterans Day at the fair next Monday. So come on out. We're going to have all our tickets. We're going to have the prize wheel, but we're also going to be talking about the good that the Iowa Lottery does when you're dreaming about what you're going to do with that Powerball jackpot that you hit.
Oh, dude.
Know that some part of that stays right here and makes a difference at home.
I see the illuminated signs everywhere I go, and I'm like, I always go, if I could just win the Powerball.
What would you do, man?
You know what I would do? I would do this full time. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
We would try to take this to a completely different level. And I mean, we're set. We have the infrastructure to do it. We just need the capital to do it, and I think it would be fun to do this full time and build what we're building.
I would buy. I already know. I'd buy an island and Canada and fish.
You know what's cool?
But I'd be able to do the show.
Yes,
every day.
you would.
But you know that's what's cool, and I just really blessed to be. I'm actually chair of the board of the Global Powerball game, so we get to see a lot of research about exactly that, the aspirational with $2, and they dream. And it's interesting. The older you get, the more you dream about security that you have. And as you're younger, you dream about freedom. What would I do if I didn't have a care in the world?
When's the last Iowan to win the Powerball?
It was actually just before I started. So it was October, I believe, of 2018. There was a woman in Redfield that split Powerball jackpot. So I think her take was around $380 million. Advertised value.
Do you follow up with them and say, hey, how you doing? You know, it's like a wellness check. How are you doing? Oh, she's not in Redfield anymore. Okay.
I'll tell you what, Trav, it's been really cool that...
She owns Redfield now.
Right? You've got Iowans historically that have hit the lottery, have done really well by their communities. You take the Losies over in Bondurant is a great example there. So, you know, I think those are success stories. And we do spend a lot of time talking about making sure you play responsibly, but we actually... When you hit one of those big prizes, we actually have a responsible winner program that we kind of activate.
Nice.
We can't get into the financial advice business, but when you hit that
you can point them in the right direction, though, can't you?
That's exactly right. And your first call, if you have that big win at home, it shouldn't be to us. Talk to an accountant, talk to an attorney, kind of get your affairs in order. There's plenty of time for us to wire you the cash.
And I forget this because I live in Nebraska, but is Iowa a disclosure state, meaning if you win, you have to announce who you are?
Yeah, it is. Name and address. If you don't want the picture, we don't need to do the picture. I don't know why you wouldn't want the big check.
Yeah, I would want everybody. Right? I just won $380 million. Suck it.
Now, do you guys ever have people that want the big check presentation for smaller amounts?
All right, great story. So, and this was just before I started. One fella came in. He had won $2 on a scratch ticket that was called Stinkin' Riches.
Most people just roll that over into more scratch tickets.
Well, not this guy. So he came in and he goes, you know what?
I want the big check.
Right? Oh no, he came in. All right, give me my big check. And you know what my team did? They gave him the full experience. They gave him the big check. They sat down for the winner interview in our winner's lounge. And of course, he posts it. This thing goes viral. It's Fox News, CNN are covering this. And other lotteries started calling our office. Boy, I can't believe you do that. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's people interacting with your brand, having a blast.
Awesome. I'm so glad I asked $2.
$2.
I want $2. Credit him for going, what the hell, I'm going to ask, right?
Right. Shoot a shot, right?
Yeah.
Trav, do you know the story about, in fact, our current state auditor, Rob Sand, was a part of this. You know that there was a guy that tried to steal from the lottery, and they caught him. He had...
Wasn't he an employee?
It's a crazy story.
Not of the Iowa lottery, but it was a lottery vendor.
Yeah, he was a computer programmer who at one point had coded some language, and put a code in there to be able to manipulate the winning numbers on certain days. And then
it's kind of like the press your luck guy.
Yeah, a lot like the press your luck guy, except this is even more nefarious because this guy built in the cheat. He didn't hack the game. He was a thief.
So it was Office Space.
A lot more like Office Space than the press your luck guy, who just was a savant and memorized a whole bunch of stuff and patterns. This guy actually went and wrote code to steal from the lottery, and part of the reason they found him was because of Iowa's disclosure law.
That's right, and it was so that ticket, that hot lotto ticket, it was up on the northeast side of town.
Yeah,
that quick trip just across from the Firestone plant.
No, let me ask about that, because part of that, Matt, was the Iowa Lottery had a video and audio of him, and that was part of what ended up breaking that case and being able to find out that who he was they had video and audio.
It was the audio that was the wild part of this. So I think this is about 10 years ago, and he had a hoodie, so you couldn't recognize him just through video alone. Bought a couple hot dogs and a hot lotto ticket, and the authorities had withheld the audio while they were still doing the investigation. Fast forward a year or two, and all of a sudden they decided, okay, let's release the audio. Well, almost simultaneously there were folks around the lottery industry that went, boy, that sounds a lot like Eddie.
Yeah.
And you know who Eddie was? The guy that programmed the random number generators.
Wow.
The lottery vendor.
And he had a real distinct voice, real low.
And it was the first time that at least the authorities think that he tried to buy the ticket. Normally he'd hand off, hey, here's the numbers you should play to, like his brother or his
They always make a mistake, don't they? They always make a mistake.
He'd always handed it off to other people and said, hey, on this date, play this series of numbers, and one of them will hit.
Yeah.
And they'd won a couple different times. So
the
disclosure law is how that.
And that's right, because there are other states that do have that winner anonymity. And at least here in Iowa, when I'm asked that question, I think it just builds in a layer of integrity. Because at the end of the day, here's what I've learned in my almost 7 years now in this role, that our product is based entirely on faith and trust. And you have to believe that you've got a fair shot on that $5 scratch ticket as much as the next person does. And the minute that is gone, you've killed your product category, and you think about all those good causes we fund with lottery sales, those ultimately suffer.
Okay, I'm curious, weird random question, you may or may not know. Yeah. How many total scratch-off tickets are sold in the state of Iowa per year, and how many Powerball tickets compared to like Powerball tickets?
Yeah, I can't give you an aggregate number on the tickets, but I can tell you that in fiscal year 24, we had $490 million in total sales. 302 million were scratch tickets, so about 62% of our total sales are scratch tickets. Just a little under 30% are Lotto, Powerball, Mega Millions, and then we've got pull tabs. A couple percent of pull tabs.
And that's a new thing,
there.
right?
Yep.
Everybody loves pull tabs,
right?
You go to an old parish picnic, they'd had the pickle cards, and you just
what you're talking about.
Yeah, pull those off.
And those bad boys are printed in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Yes, they
actually.
are.
So,
yeah.
Yep, American Games.
Yeah. Over there on Lake Manawai, right?
Yep. Well done. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. I grew up in Minden. I hung out in Council Bluffs a long time. Know where that stuff comes from, man. Know where that stuff comes from.
Matt, thank you so much, man. Thank you for including us on this awesome promotion. Thanks for giving our listeners a chance at this. Congratulations to your team on this really fun idea that I think is a perfect fit. There's no better place to own this than and of course, America.
Oh, America! Let's bring this thing back to the red, white, and blue, and it's just fun. It's fun to see you guys. Fun to see this thing take off.
Then watch. Does Texas have scratch-offs?
Oh, stop.
They do.
Don't do this,
man.
Don't. Why you got it?
Because then it'd be a yearly event. Well, screw it. We're going to go bigger in Texas. That's what you do. Comes to competition.
A couple years, Matt's going to be like, all right, we need 120,000 people.
We're going to do Saturday, first Saturday of the fair. We're lining everybody up right in front of JR Southpork Ranch.
Teeing down to the Grand Concourse.
So how many tables do you need to set up for this thing?
Boy, you were asking me the questions I do not know an answer to.
But
I've got a great team that does that.
The auditor, they have to audit this thing. So what I thought you were going to ask is how many people does Guinness...
They will fly in an observer.
An observer?
I think they call them the adjudicator.
Do they fly him in, or do you have to fly him in?
Well, there's a fee that's associated with this experience, Travis.
See? Everybody's trying to make money here.
But you end up with the PR of being in every pub conversation in America.
And
in the world.
Library.
In the world.
Right.
Yeah.
They still do the book. I don't even know if they
all
do the
those
book
little
anymore.
kids that'll be looking for the fat guys on the mopeds, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, the Iowa State Fair and the Iowa Lottery, look at this. And then the lady with the fingernails. Don't you want to be a part of that, Travis?
Yeah, I do.
cool.
I think you need Chris Meharry there to take photos of this whole thing.
I have a feeling Chris Meharry is going to be taking photos of this thing.
It'd be all over Chris's Facebook page. You're not going to believe what I was at today. You know, he's usually at a gala. You know, he's hanging with the pretty people. But he's come down to slum with us today, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think where Chris has hung out with us the last couple times. Central City Liquors and the Iowa State Fair. It doesn't get any more blue collar than that.
I'm paying attention. Yeah. Notice he's a chameleon. He fits in everywhere.
But he secretly wants to be like one of us. I think that's what it is.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
He wants to be one of us.
I don't even know what that would mean. Like, first of all, I'd say no, he doesn't. Second of all, what?
Oh, you should see the texts I get from him every day. He's got a freaky deaky side to him. Don't kid yourself. Freaky deaky.
Matt, thank you so much for coming by with the Iowa Lottery.
But seriously, golden tickets, come on out and have some fun, and let's break a record next week.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, we'll hold on to these and find out some folks that.
Me?
Uh-oh, Travis got to move his car. We'll take a.
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Not yet. I'm just giving Brooks my keys.
I got a food delivery.
Brooks is my car or food delivery at the Iowa State Fair. What's more important? My car. My car is more important.
You're lucky he doesn't crush the thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Or we're lucky Croto doesn't come out and tow it away.
I wouldn't even.
And then they would try to sell it.
They didn't even speak that into existence.
And then they would try to sell it.
Don't you put that evil on me?
And then I would have to I don't know, do something.
Yeah, have the Register do an article about how Croto sold your car.
But the difference is I'm not a CEO and don't have that much power and don't own like a bunch of.
You whine at such a good pitch, though, Travis.
I am good at whining, aren't I?
It's one of your best straights.
I appreciate that. 515-517-2303. We got an hour in the books. We got an hour to go. Scott Reister from KCCI going to be joining us when we come back. At least I think he is.
So, just for a few minutes. He's going to hop on and talk to us about the
Shot in the Dark.
Shot in the Dark, the night golf outing we help out with every year.
It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
You've got enough on your plate, so when it's time to reset, grab a Fresca. Bold citrus, zero sugar, zero caffeine. Just clean, crisp refreshment that never goes out of style, whether it's post-work, post-gym, or just a break from the noise. Fresca's got your back. Pick up a Fresca at your local retailer today.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vents, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
At Midwest Landscapes and Hardscapes, we know that the only way to do business is the fair way. That means honest quotes, no surprises, and work that speaks for itself. From the first sketch to the final sweep, we keep you in the loop because communication builds trust, and trust builds beautiful spaces. Midwest Landscapes and Hardscapes, fair, skilled, thorough. Just the way it should be.
Cars basically do three things. They go, they stop, and they turn. If any of those aren't working right, bring your Infiniti into Willis Infiniti and you'll get $50 off per axle brakes to help it stop, and you'll get $25 off an alignment to help it turn. Then you can go with peace of mind. Give us a call or visit us online at willisinfinity.com to schedule your appointment today.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on the rushradio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
The largest selection of German beer in the world? You'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbocks to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels. There's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
You know, Brian, at Central City, we really do have the best selection around.
I know, high quality stuff you can't find anywhere else.
Whistle Pig Plantation Rum.
Yeah, and over 150 of the best scotches on earth.
And a ton of bitters, mixers, and more.
You know what we are? High class.
Definitely high class, yeah.
Make way for the natty.
Okay, maybe medium class.
Central City Liquors, home of the 10% cash coupon.
And the Wooden Nickel program.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Good to have you along. We are live from JR's Southpork Ranch. When you come to the Iowa State Fair, it is the best place to come. I know there's a lot of great places here at the Iowa State Fair, but I'm telling you right now, JR Southpork Ranch is the place to party. If you're listening on the audio stream this morning at therushradio.com or on the Rush Radio Android app or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube this morning, give this channel a subscription. Like this video, leave your comments in the comment section. And, of course, you can follow us on our social media channels, X, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. He's, what are you, checking your phone out? Checking your phone out?
Yeah, Scott Reister was texting with me. Scott Reister said he's in.
I know he's in. He's sitting there right there.
Yeah, I see him.
And Scott Reister joins us now. What's up there, Scott? Good morning.
Good morning. My daughter fell asleep on the couch last night, so I've taken over her room, rolled out of bed, and threw on the old polo. And you guys are up and at 'em. You are getting after it at the fair. I am impressed. It looks great.
This is the best time to come to the fair because there's nobody here. It's beautiful. It's actually kind of surreal with nobody around.
What time do the gates open?
8 o'clock is when they open. So you got to know people to get in as early as we did this morning, Scott. But, man, it is amazing how many people are running. Like, we've probably seen 20 people. It's like there's an event happening here, like a 5K every morning in the fair.
The gates are about to open, and the massive – that's hilarious. I never thought about it like that.
Hey, Scott, I got a grievance to air. Maybe you can share it with the people at KCCI. Could you do that for me?
Yeah, I love complaining. What's up?
Well, you know, I've seen all these, hey, where are they now videos, and they never asked me to do one.
Oh.
I know. Well, they thought you were too high up there. You know, they were like,
Yeah,
"Well, he'll
right.
never agree to do an interview now. He's too busy."
Let me ask you this: did you know I worked at KCCI?
I think I remember you saying something like that for a hot minute because you talked about your days as a sportscaster. You didn't want to wear makeup, that whole thing.
No, I loved wearing makeup. I miss wearing makeup. If it was socially acceptable, that I'd do it on a regular basis.
What years were you there? What year was that, Travis?
90 through 92, I believe I was. I produced the Rudy Washington show for Drake University, and Heidi Soliday was the host of that show. But I was a sophomore and junior at Grandview, and you know, everybody be going to the Whole Avenue Tap. Where are you going tonight? I'm going to Terre Haute, Indiana, and then I'm going to Evansville, and I'm going all around the Missouri Valley Conference, flying around with Drake. It was a great gig in college. I was part-time. Ended up working like 40 hours a week, even than being part-time. But I learned more at KCCI than I did probably my entire broadcast career, just because you were thrown into the fire. And, you know, back in those days, interns could drive cars. You know, they let interns do stories on air. And, I loved working there. I see all these where are they now? I'm like, hey, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yes,
I thought your ego would say they didn't do the where are they now because everybody knows where you are.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
There you go, Scott. Just
True.
give me that out. All right.
It'd be a waste of time.
Yeah, right. All right, Scott, we love chatting with you anytime, but it does seem like the only times that we get to talk to you anymore are when we're talking about this awesome event that you have been a big part of for a long time. I've been lucky enough to be a small part of this a few years in a row. I won't be able to golf this year, but without a doubt, the most unique golf experience happens at Terrace Hill coming up, and it also helps out a wonderful organization with Prevent Blindness Iowa. So let's talk about Shot in the Dark again and tell people how they can take advantage of this really cool opportunity.
Sure. Well, first off, the basics. It's night golf. We're golfing at night, and it's a week from tonight. So Friday, August 15th, there is still time to sign up. I need to verify whether they're cutting off at 100 golfers. I'm not sure that's happening or not. So my apologies for that. But yeah, sign up now because we had 120 golfers last year at our previous location. But it is incredible fun. It's for charity. So if you have other obligations, it's your ticket out of those obligations. Hey, I got to go do this for charity, right? So there's a link I just tweeted out, and I think I tagged you guys if you want to retweet it to your audience right now, or you can look up my Twitter, Scott Reister. It's on Facebook. Google Prevent Blindness Iowa. But we're golfing at night. There's the glow balls. There's glow necklaces. You get 9 holes of golf. You get dinner, drink tickets at beautiful Terrace Hill. Terrace Hills Golf Course in Altoona. Brand new clubhouse. It's $85. It is a absolute blast to get out there and see just be with your buddies. If you don't have a foursome and you want to sign up, hit us up. We'll match you with some people, make some new friends. It's a great time.
You're undervaluing this thing. This is $125 or single. I mean, I think you're undervaluing this thing. You need to charge more.
All right. Hey, you guys heard it. We're going to up it a little bit, raise more money for a great charity.
Hold on. It's 9 holes.
Oh, it's 9 holes. Okay.
Yeah, it's 9 holes. You don't get a cart because you can't have a cart out there at night. So you're carrying most people are going to have a pull cart or push cart. It's and again, they're not trying to do it to get rich. They're just doing it
charity.
to raise some money from charity. There is an auction that happens afterwards, Scott. So for guys like Travis that really want to crack open that checkbook, there's the possibility and availability to do that as well.
That's right. And Ross Peterson with throwing down for a T sign also is always great supporter of the cause. Real estate maven. Yes. Yeah, you got to give credit where it's due. It is an absolute value. It is super fun, and it is for a great cause. But, I mean, you guys have done it before, golfing at night. There's really nothing like it if you haven't tried it. And if you have tried it, come on back, because nothing like finally getting a hold of that one shot. Sometimes I get it over a course of 9 holes. And you guys all right over there?
Yeah, we're fine.
We're fine. It's just Ray.
It's just Ray.
Yeah.
Do you need some weed? I
good.
get you some weed.
Good.
Because we can get you some weed.
Scott says I'm good.
You want some mushrooms? We can get some mushrooms for you, too.
Yeah, I'm going to Iowa City today to talk Hawkeye football, so you never know. Could use it, right?
Great.
Right.
Yeah, microdose and what Kirk Ferentz says today will just be spinning in your head. It'll be wonderful.
Scott, I do think the change. Oh, and listen, Willow Creek was a wonderful spot, and for years they were a great partner. I know that, but this change over to Terrace Hill. Terrace Hill, Travis, they have benefited the course is in great shape, and they benefited so much from a disaster that went through there. They had a bad storm a couple years ago that took out a bunch of trees, and it has really opened up that course a lot. As I thought about this, Scott, I thought that's going to be a great place because the neat part about this event is seeing these balls arcing through the air. And at Terrace Hill, you'll be able to see that all over it. It's going to be an awesome sight that night.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what it looks like. And, I mean, it is so nice out there. It's like you get out there and you're like, wow, this is a really nice golf course. Rocky's Posado over there, the way they redesigned everything inside the clubhouse. They got great food. It's going to be really fun. And you're right. I love watching shooting stars at night, but you can never see them. There's going to be those glowing balls arcing back and forth throughout the night out there Friday, August 15th for a Shot in the Dark. So come out and join us for sure.
Scott, have you started writing book number 2 yet? Because you have book number 1 out. It's sitting on my bookshelf. When's book number 2 come out?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, November. Yeah, can't wait. Supposedly, yeah, 3-book series. So
is it going through the editing process right now?
It's pretty much done on my end, waiting on the publisher for some things. So out of my hands. Yeah, 3-book deal. So Football Spy coming out, book 2 of the series. It's going to be great. Thank you.
Well, let us know when it's out, buddy. We'll be happy to have you on and chat about it.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to. Thank you guys for the support. Yeah, it's been a total dream come true. The response has been awesome. So cannot wait.
Excellent. Scott, always good catching up with you. Don't be a stranger. Come back anytime you want, especially when the book comes out. We'd be more than happy to talk about it. And Football Spy. So you've had Baseball Spy, you got Football Spy, and let me guess, Basketball Spy, the third installment?
You got it, baby. When little youth sports, life or death, bring it on. So it's been a fun fantasy living out and having everybody take part of it. It's been awesome. So thank you guys so much for the support.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for reaching out, buddy. Talk to you soon, okay?
All right, have fun at the fair. See you guys.
Bye, pal.
See you. Scott Reister from KCCI joining us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
You know him well.
I don't know Scott very well. Matter of fact, I don't think we've ever met in person.
Super nice guy.
So he wouldn't like me then?
Oh, he likes everybody.
He's like you.
He's better than me.
Yeah, because he's not as cynical. I can already tell he's not as cynical as you.
Not at all. That's why when you're like, how can I complain? And he goes, I love complaining. That's why, because I've never heard Scott complain.
God, I couldn't go through life without complaining. I look forward to complaining sometimes. I just got to bitch. I think I'm a positive person in general, but every once in a while, I just got to bitch.
But Scott is like that 24/7. And I'm a friend of his, a mutual friend of ours. We were talking one day, and I was like, man, I really like Scott. And he's like, have you ever been around to his family and his house? And I'm like, no, I don't know him that well. And he's like, dude, he is that guy all the time, and his whole family is like that. Like, fun to be around. The minute you walk in their house, you're doing stuff, you're playing games,
Yeah, my family's not like that.
Be your family. Your family. When you walk into your house, you feel like you're part of your family too.
Yeah, but we sit there and drop F-bombs. All my kids.
It's conversation.
Yeah,
we're not going to play games. We're going to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
And yeah, you better keep your elbows sharp.
Yeah, 100%. I think I mentioned my son-in-law Will earlier, who had a pet skunk. True story. I think that was his hardest part of adapting to the family, was keeping up. It was just like, oh my God, these guys are coming at me from several different angles.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the sharpest one is Greta. If you got to keep up with Greta. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got 3 weeks left with that kid.
Dude. It's always the youngest. The youngest is always the one that, God, they're more cutting.
Man. Brooks is going to bring us breakfast in a little bit. I don't know what you wanted. I got the waffle.
Okay. What'd you get me?
I didn't know. You're probably going to get the waffle as well.
Okay. All right.
Or unless you wanted the lobster biscuits and gravy.
Yes, that's what. You had a choice between a lobster biscuits and gravy and a waffle, and you chose the waffle?
Well, the waffle has stuff on it.
What?
I don't.
Did it have lobster? Does it have lobster biscuits and gravy on it? Because then I can see why you would choose the waffle.
I got
to. If you say it's got stuff on it, like what? Powdered sugar and syrup?
Strawberries, maybe?
Hey, Ross, you think
what up, Ray?
Give a mention to Rats Underground Records?
Of course, Rats Underground Records, proud sponsor of Ray and his wandering meanderings in the morning.
Ray never misses.
And at the same time, they're the sponsor of the vinyl on
Vinyl record.
There you go.
Saturday Night Vinyl on KGGO.
Oh,
there you go.
Vinyl of the week. Yeah, they've been playing a lot of.
Ray was. We'll let Ray give us free plugs because that's his payment for being our light cameraman key grip this morning.
Key grip this morning.
Records and tapes and collectibles, and hopefully it'll be the site of a future podcast.
So when I was coming in this morning, or yesterday, I came down to University, and I'd never been on the east side of the fairgrounds during the fair, because I always come in from the west, right? And I park at the Iowa State Capitol. I take the shuttle over. I was not aware of the campgrounds, dude. That's the first time I've seen the campgrounds.
Oh, you're kidding?
No. So here I am, 55 years old, and that's the first time I've ever seen the campgrounds.
If you are like Travis and you're not aware of the campgrounds at the Iowa State Fairgrounds, do yourself a favor, pull up your map on your phone, okay, and zoom in on the Iowa State Fairgrounds, and you'll recognize about 60% of it. You'll go, oh, there's the old track, there's the grandstand, there's Grand Avenue, and now follow that up the hill to the east, and you'll see this enormous area. Now it's the same size as the fairgrounds almost.
It's massive.
Massive.
Now,
dude.
I will say this: if you got,
and it's a town. There are their own towns up there.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and I'm like, okay, once you're in, you can't leave. And I'm trying to figure out how they get all these campers out when this thing is over.
It takes a long time. It's how they get. It takes a long time to get them in. Takes a long time to get them out. You talk to. I mean, I grew up in Pleasant Hill, but like my buddy Alan, who listens to the show, Alan lives along the route that campers would pull into. He lives a mile from the entrance to the fairgrounds, and he had a hard time getting in and out of his house for a couple days because the campers are backed up, packing in there. And they do, Travis. They're all their own little communities. The amazing part about walking around the campgrounds is not just how close the campers are packed together, it's that you realize they're packed together that tightly, and then on the inside of them, they build their own little town.
So do they have do they name their own little towns? Like, I live in this neighborhood.
I guarantee you there's some of them that have little names for their little communities up there.
Now, I don't mean to be negative, but yesterday a lot of people are saying campers are the worst. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why that would be. Is it just because they're here all the time, or
that might? I mean, I could see. If you lived along that route, if you live over here on the east side, and the campers are they're blocking up the road for a couple of days there. I don't know what they would mean by that, though. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I always loved the campground. I loved going up there. I always thought it was fun. It's kind of the after party of the Iowa State Fair when you're of that age.
Can you get the same parking spot every year? Like when you leave
with the campground?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. It's the exact same. The exact same people are in the exact same spots for a very, very long time.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
So they give it up, and that's why they build. So Travis, I'm not kidding, man. You'll go up there. Some of the most impressive decks in Iowa right now are sitting up in that campground, and they'll be torn down in 10 days.
Oh, so they build them when they're there.
They build so like you step out of a camper in some of them, and you're on this 4-tier deck system that goes to each individual camper in their little area.
It's just an impressive use of logistics. It's the only way, because I'm driving by, and then you see the Airstreams, and Airstreams aren't cheap, folks. Take it from somebody who's looked at campers before. You my wife says, we can only get a camper if we get an Airstream. Well, that takes me out of the equation right away, because she knows, a 30-footer costs like $200,000. She knows I'm not going to spend the money on that.
And then you got to pull it.
Got to pull it. So then I got to go get a dually.
I need to win the Iowa lottery.
Speaking of the Iowa lottery, we do need to say this. Ross has 10 golden tickets in his hand, and we are allowed to distribute these, and you can be part of a world record next Thursday at the Iowa State Fair. These are, when we talk, this is like Willy Wonka, folks. There's only 10. They've got 1,500 allotted already, and then we've got 10. And we'll figure out. We need to figure out how we're going to give these away, because if we give them to Brooks to say, "Hey, come to JR Southpork Ranch," which would be the right way to do it, but who would be responsible for having
that's a good point. That's a good
without
point.
forgetting that we have them?
We are going. Eli is going to be working down here tomorrow. We could hand them to Eli and tell people to find.
Do you trust your son enough?
I do trust him enough. Yeah, he's got. But he would create his own rules. That Eli would make it. He'd make people, I don't know, do push-ups or something. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with something. And I love the idea. We have a few people that are already writing in and saying we'd love that. If you guys want to reach out to us, send us messages on Twitter or email and tell us that you'd love to come down and be a part of that. We'd love to make that something neat so that the 10 people that we give these to show up and represent. Like Mick, if you at least want to come down there, got a golden ticket for you.
Because Mick is a Rush Radio ambassador.
He's the ambassador.
Yeah,
right.
That's like elite status. If we were running a network marketing company, the Pyramid Schemes, if we were to take you to the Village Inn to tell you about a unique opportunity, Mick was in on this unique opportunity at the beginning.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining Travis and I out here at Village Inn. We're really excited on a Tuesday night here in Des Moines, Iowa. I got a question for a few of you guys. Here's a few questions. Number one, who likes to travel? Who likes to travel? Does anybody here like to travel? I see a couple of hands in the back. I got a second question. Who likes money? Anybody in the room like money? Can I get a show of hands of anybody that likes money? Travis, you're not doing your job. You're supposed to go, yeah.
Yeah, and I got
like
one more
money.
question for you.
That guy likes money.
Who likes freedom?
I like freedom.
Who likes freedom? Not
Travis,
just American freedom.
Travis, I like freedom. Do you have an idea for freedom? Do you have something that can increase my freedom?
We
my
have
money?
a unique opportunity for you.
That's exciting.
That's what
Are
we
you
have.
guys excited about this on a Tuesday night in Village Inn as we are? I'm excited. Free pie for everybody. We've been to those.
Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we have. Matter of fact, I got a buddy now who's really, really knee deep into it. He's with like partner.co, and he sells like the skinny drops. But he got in on this like super, super early. So he's
got in on the ground floor.
He got in on the ground floor. So he's like way up in the company making all this money. And you're like, trying to sell that. I'm like, well, how long is it going to take to get to you? How long will it take me for get to you? And they don't give you an answer like
you're too late.
I'm way. Yeah. If you're being sold that, it's way,
the train
way too
left
late.
the station. Yeah.
And I just said, hey man, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
You're living a good life. My side hustle, my entrepreneurial gig is the Rush Radio. This is what I like to do. And so I think he understood that.
Have you ever sat through the presentation for the fire alarms?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude. There's this fire alarm that exists out there, a smoke alarm for your house, that like once it goes off, God has to shut it off. This thing will not stop ringing. Like they have these videos of like houses, like 9/11 type disasters. The building is in absolute crumbles, but this fire alarm is still ringing, letting you know. You're like, wow, that could save my family too. And then you find out the fire alarm is like, $9,000. Like, oh, it's okay because we got a 40-year payment plan for it.
We have a lot of listeners to this show, but you know who our biggest crypto enthusiast is?
I thought it was Ray.
It is Ray. But this is from ESPN.com. A self-described crypto enthusiast told ESPN he is part of a group that orchestrated recent sex toy stunts that have disrupted at least 3 NBA games for the past 10 days. The man who spoke on condition of anonymity over a video conference on Wednesday said that the stunts were meant to market crypto coin that his online community created. The WNBA, in all its controversy, he said, made the league a logical target. So there was a marketing ploy. He said it was more or less like an opportunistic approach, what is already trending. Where is there already controversy, and how do we intercept some of that attention?
Trav, did you see, because I heard that all 3 of them were green.
Yes.
Were they all the exact same?
Yes.
Oh, that should have been the indicator to us. Wow, dude.
What do you think of that? I applaud him. No, it's not. Well, listen, you try to make a mark somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You try to get visible. And I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm not saying it's the legal thing. But think about how he orchestrated this, and that is Ray is just absolutely amazing. He does not miss a beat. But you orchestrate it, and then you come out and do an anonymous interview saying, well, I orchestrated this thing, and now your crypto gets time on ESPN.com.
It works. It works. What's the thing? Admire the hustle, right?
Yeah.
It worked.
The man told ESPN that the coin started trading July 28th, the day.
There we go.
Whoa, there we go.
We've got for a fun last half hour.
Yeah, there we go. You turned it down. The coin started trading July 28th, the day before the first sex toy was thrown at a WNBA. Now it's gone from dildo to sex toy. The coin's transaction record on Deck Screener, a website that tracks real-time prices of cryptocurrency, confirms that timeline. Should we start throwing sex toys out? Should we throw sex toys out at the Iowa State Fair?
Don't think it's a good idea.
Don't think it's a good idea?
No.
But, how many times have you seen a bridal shower in downtown Des Moines with penis straws.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
The suck for a buck thing. Did you ever see that?
So I wonder if it stops then. Now that it's out there, you wonder if it stops.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would think so.
And you wonder whoever threw these out there, if they were early investors or they got a certain amount of coin. Hey, I'm going to give you a certain amount of coin if you go and do this.
Yeah.
And I'll pay your legal expenses if you get arrested.
Remember, I told you that there was a thing going viral about betting on it. Remember me telling you that?
Yeah.
You could bet on the color of it and all. And when I'm like 22, 23, 24, we're at the bar one night here in Des Moines and run into a girl from high school. And they're on a bridal party. Bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, Becky's getting married. We're like, really? Who's Becky marrying? And my friend's like, hey, come here. Becky's not getting married. We just do this because we get free drinks.
See?
It's like in 3 weeks, we're going to do it for me. I'm going to wear the Suck for a Buck t-shirt, and we're going to go out to the bars. And we figured out a long time ago that if it's somebody's bridal shower, they let you into the bar for free. Guys are buying drinks for you. You get all the attention. Well, nobody's getting married.
It's kind of like my buddy Pat. We do it to pick on each other about each other's age. But whenever we go to a restaurant, we try to have a birthday celebration.
Yeah. And then maybe you get a free cake out of the deal.
9 times out of 10, we get a free cake out of the deal.
Okay,
that's not the point. The point of the whole bit is to make fun of each other's age and have.
Yeah, but the free cake happens.
Yeah, the free cake does happen.
Okay. How about this? I'm at a Royals game one time, and I see it's the fourth inning, middle of the fourth inning. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the big board where Jason in section 207 has a special question for Margaret. And Jason shows up and he gets down on one knee and everybody claps for him and she starts to go excited and then in the background, here comes the promotion team. And the promotion team has like one of everything from the gift shop. They've got, I'm not kidding, dude. They had buckets of stuff for this couple. Hey, you proposed to your wife here at Kauffman Stadium. You now get to have $1,000 worth of gear. It was so much stuff, Travis. I'm not exaggerating. They left the game. They had so much stuff. Okay? What if it was all a scam? What if it was all a scam? What if this guy was just like, hey, I got an idea. You want to get a bunch of junk? We could get a bunch of junk. We can go to a baseball game. I'm probably going to get the tickets for free once I tell them what I'm doing.
Boy, you are cynical. But rightfully so.
That dude loaded up and went straight across Missouri to St. Louis and called Busch Stadium. I'd like to propose to my girlfriend. Like, yeah. We're going to put you in seats right on the aisle. We're going to know where you are. We'll do it in the fourth inning.
See, now you're making me think, I'm part of a nonprofit group called Scare Away Cancer. And when I'm being dead serious here. I was talking to a pastor of the church. We were building their church. And he's like, well, how do you screen people? Well, we have an application process. He goes, yeah, but there's scammers out there. They're like, who will fake illnesses, who will do all that stuff just to get a check, and you never hear from them again. I go, I don't think like that, so I never thought like that.
See, but so do I think like that?
Oh, look at that. Show that. Ross just got lobster, biscuits, and gravy.
What is, that's your.
There's 2 forks so you can split.
He didn't want the lobster, biscuits, and gravy. Yeah, grab that.
Travis.
Hold on.
Of something. So what we have here, Ross, you have the lobster, biscuits, and gravy. We wanted to add a breakfast item with our lobster, and who doesn't like a lobster gravy in the morning? And then our other sandwich that Travis has is our chicken and waffle egg sandwich with maple syrup.
Okay, so there was more to it. You know what he said earlier? I got a waffle. I'm like, what?
He's like, I can't eat that. It has gluten.
I got a waffle.
Too many carbs.
It wasn't. It was carbs.
You can take a bite and spit
I
it
will.
out. Get a trash can, just take a bite, chew it, and then spit it out.
I'm not going to spit it out. I'm going to eat it.
Diva.
Brooks Reynolds has stopped by. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, he's going to have even a longer conversation with us. We are live at JR's Southpork Ranch at the Iowa State Fair. It's great to have you along with us this morning on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
I'm loving these wooden nickels, Brian.
Yeah, I suppose everyone is catching on.
Just spend $20 to get a wooden nickel.
It's 25.
Collect 10 and add up the savings on your next purchase.
Some of these are worth $5. That could be huge.
I know, right? That's why you have to spend $20.
It's 25.
Collect 10. It's like money back to you.
Spend 20, you get another wooden nickel.
It's 25.
Collect 10 and add up the savings. It's huge.
Central City Liquors, home of the 10% cash coupon.
And the wooden nickel program.
It's huge.
Hi, I'm Josh Romick, Service Manager at Willis Lexus, and I want to take a moment to share our smoking hot deals we got going on for the month of August. Right now we got a 20% discount on brake pads and rotors, and also a 50% discount on alignments with the purchase of 4 new tires. That's a $90 value. And don't forget to ask about our Lexus Tire Price Match Guarantee. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com. Thank you for watching and stay cool.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on the RushRadio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
Missing a quality home-cooked meal? You know, the kind Mom used to make? Lucky for you, we found her recipe book. Welcome to the High Life. Welcome to the Champagne of Bars.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hey, it's Marion over at Land Rover of Des Moines. With all those summer miles and any last-minute road trips you have before school starts, come on down and get an alignment for $179.95 and $25 off an oil change. Give us a call or schedule online at LandRoverDesMoines.com.
Rush, strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. We are live at JR's Southpork Ranch at the Iowa State Fair. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. The one, the only Brooks Reynolds joining us now. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm a little tired. It's all right. Day 2, Iowa State Fair. We're hanging in
Hold
there.
on, it's day 2 and you're tired already?
Dude. Yeah, I have to. We close at midnight.
This guy.
You know how hard it is to get to bed after the High Bank boys rock the stage for 3 straight hours?
I do.
I got to wash the floors at night. There's so much beer spilled. No, not really. No, it's great. You know, this is our 5th year at the Iowa State Fair, and it's a lot of fun. You know, again, you know, to be a concessionaire here at the Iowa State Fair, not many people get that opportunity, and to have a standalone building and be a beer vendor, you know, we don't take that for granted. And, you know, we've been fortunate. We've created a fun vibe here at JR Southpork Ranch, and, you know, I was just saying it takes a village. I mean, I have 140 employees. Eli works here. Owen's playing. You know, I've got 5 of my nieces and nephews. You know, friends from back in the day that work, their kids. You know, actually, we have a grandmother and a granddaughter working for us. And it's fun, you know. I mean, I love the Iowa State Fair. I mean, I'm a 5th-generation Iowan, and I'm assuming my family came here. Actually, I ran into a third cousin the other day. He found some information about our family that from Stuart, the Couch family, and you know, again, it's the memories that we help make for people. And you know, I had a FFA usher come up to me last night And he goes, hey, I just wanted to thank you for that lunch you made us 3 years ago. And I go, are you old enough to drink in here? He's like, yeah, I just turned 21. He goes, but you know what? Hey, that meant a lot to me. And thank you again for helping the FFA. And, that's what we do. We want to, build a community here and help everyone. And again, you gotta lift everybody up. And just the smallest interaction you can have can change somebody's day. And I haven't lost my voice yet because I blow a lot of smoke here at the Iowa State Fair.
I tell you what, we're on the side patio, and I'm just curious, is this all new concrete or not?
No, this is when we did the remodel.
Okay, but
that is all new.
Okay.
The Ron and Bev Shivers Family Plaza, this is where the old craft beer tent used to be, and it was dirt, and it just kind of would get muddy when it rained. I mean, if it was last year, it would have been a mud puddle.
Well, what I like about that used to be just nothing but porta-johns out there, the job site porta-john. I mean, this is much cleaner, looks so much nicer.
Well, Peter County and of the Blue Ribbon Foundation, always had an idea to enhance this and just to make it, again, they want to make the Iowa State Fair the best fair in the land, and it's just they got to update some areas, and they did a great job here. And the number one question we get asked that's not food related is where's the closest bathroom, and it was right there at the Cattle Pavilion. I mean, not that weren't the porta-johns, but now they have a family bathroom with a changing table, men's and women's.
Indoor bathrooms are great. Those bathrooms are 100 years old.
Right.
Yeah, across the street.
Well, and they're air conditioned over here.
Yeah. So I mean, it's huge. And awesome upgrade. There's a dozen or so little tables over there. It's for the most part shaded. Great spot. They continue to do this, man. There aren't very many spots left around the fairgrounds that were undeveloped, like that little plot right there that they just fixed up. And even some of those areas like on the eastern or on the west edge of the grounds, man, they're doing a lot to drive people down into that area.
They are. The craft beer tent is hopping. Scott Carlson and Steve Lynn, they have just a great crew down there. And, again, it's a great place to showcase all the great Iowa craft beers. Win and Sarah's is down there. What You Smoking, Destination Grill, my boys from the Poutine, Matt Rebar, Nate Cullenkamp, Chucky's Tenderloin. Have you had a Chucky's Tenderloin?
No.
It's the best.
I only come here. This is I don't venture out. Once I find a place I like.
We put one of those hidden, invisible fence shock collars on. You can't go anywhere. Or else Owen won't play here anymore. Just kidding.
Owen's here tomorrow from noon to 2, I believe. He's doing an acoustic show, and then the whole band's going to be here next Saturday. Yeah. So that's when I'm going to come back is next week. What's your favorite time at the fair? Personally, this is kind of nice and surreal because there's nobody here. It's just nice to see the fair like this. What is your favorite time at the fair?
I don't know. It's, I'm basically here for 12 straight days, and, night it's fun, around 7 o'clock, probably before the grandstand show starts. This place is wall to wall most nights. Again, just interacting with folks from all over Iowa and all over the U.S. and world. My job here at JR's is to be our, I guess, chief cheerleader and just talk to people, and that's what I do. And I strike up. It's hard for me to. I'm kind of trying to come out of my shell.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it, buddy. It's nice to.
I met a lovely lady named Vera last night, and it was the grandmother of Kale and Kaya Latcham, who are two of the players in the High Bank Boys. Tyler Rich and the High Bank Boys, the lead guitarist and the bass player, and she was like, thank you so much for having my grandsons play at your bar, and her husband Dennis, and they were just so great, and I kind of got a crush on Vera now. I'm sorry, boys. She's only 76. But again, just those small interactions. Chatting with I was getting some egg rolls from Win and Sarah's yesterday, and I talk. If I'm next to you in a line, I'm going to talk to you. Yeah. And talked with a woman from Mason Cities, and I go, "You ever been to JR's?" And she's like, "Nope." 30 minutes later, she was here, and she remember me, and I'm like, Mason City, and again, it's fun. It's again, it's life changing for me. I mean, I've loved the fair. I was a fair junkie. I had a bacon on a stick stand for 2 years at Jalapeno Pete's in 2011 and 2012, and Josh Crandall messed that up when he got divorced, but whatever. And then I was like the unofficial mascot at the Bird's Nest with Drew County, and my great uncles had booths here after World War II. Bob and Bill Arrow. They sold radios and trinkets and chickens. My mom and aunt hated working the chicken booth because it smelled.
They sold chickens, like live chickens?
Well, they were live at one point, but then they killed them.
They're dead now.
Yeah, I know.
They're dead now.
Yeah, probably on my sandwich.
We have a slaughterhouse out back.
Mini sandwiches ago, my friend. Many sandwiches ago.
So how many lobster rolls did you sell yesterday?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. We sold a good amount. 700-800 maybe.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Last year we sold almost 1,000 a day. It was a good day. We were on par. Thursdays is always a little slow. I think the rain kind of, hindered a little people coming out early. Today's going to be hot, but it's East Side night. Parker McCullen's on the main stage. Tyler and Richard and the High Bank Boys will be our headliner again. They're going to come out. East Side night.
I'm not being rude here. Who's the grandstand show?
Parker McCullum.
I don't
Country
know.
dude.
Okay. All right. Yep.
But they'll come out. This is, again, people. There's 10,000 people at the campgrounds.
Travis is just finding out about the campground.
You want to go on a hot lap in the campground?
No, dude, you should take him up on that at some point.
Because
take him up. We got a busy day when we get down here, but you need to do that.
Are you the mayor of the East Side, Ross?
What's that?
Are you the mayor of the East Side?
Stop it. You know that the mayor of Des Moines is actually an East Sider right now.
The Honorable Connie Bozen.
Come on.
Her.
So anybody that says like that's what Bill Blank said, like the mayor of the East Side. I'm like, hey, you can't say that right now.
You're the mayor of the East Side.
Because the mayor is an East Sider. And by the way, Connie is a freaking rock star.
She is a concessionaire here at the Iowa State Fair. Appalicious. It's what
Connie has a long-standing relationship.
Her father was the manager.
Dude, she grew up on a house inside the fairgrounds. There's one house inside the fairgrounds.
Really?
Yep. It's over on the northeast corner of the grounds. That's where Connie Bozen, our current mayor, grew up.
How many people in Des Moines do you think learned to drive here? Because we were pulling in this morning, and I'm like, wow, look at this. And you're like, I learned to drive here. Brooks, did you learn to drive here by chance?
No, I learned to drive at Glendale Cemetery.
It's another good one.
6 blocks from my house.
Yeah, another good
1989 and 1991, yeah.
I learned to parallel park right in front of JR's. Like right where that golf cart is about
he's
where...
He's the mayor of the East Side.
That's the
mayor.
mayor.
Can you make that into a T-shirt?
Absolutely. That's not a problem. That's Ross, mayor of the East Side.
And let's get his senior yearbook photo.
I've never seen
this. Actually, you know what? Does he think he's got glamour shots from the late mid-90s?
My senior photo is classic 90s senior photo. There's one looking off into the distance. Here at the fairgrounds. My senior photos were taken here at the fairgrounds.
So, you want to know my senior picture? I can't make this up. I don't want people to judge me for this. I just read The Art of the Deal, and I got the exact tie and suit that Trump had. So I'm in this dark, I can't make this up. I'm in this dark gray, kind of lightly pinstriped suit with a bold red tie. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the cover boy for Art of the Deal.
I love it. That is so awesome.
That I just admitted that?
Yeah. I know I've got one where I'm wearing a suit.
Oh, no, my senior picture, I went to my dad's barber to get a haircut. I had really long hair, and he chopped it off. I was so mad at him. And I had this weird, poof ball, mini afro, and I was so mad at him.
The haircuts at senior picture time are rough because what happened was I got my senior pictures, then we started senior year football, and we all decided to shave our heads, right? Well, we needed to get retakes. Yeah, I had to get some retakes. Well, at that time, shaving my head is the time I started losing my hair. So my hairline for my original senior pictures and the hairline for my retakes, completely different. Completely different. I'm like, yeah, in my first ones, I had a hairline. In my retakes, I got some recession going on, big time. Something you two don't know. Well, you do a little bit.
Why you got to point it out? Why you got to talk? It's rude, man. I'm trying to enjoy my Friday. I'm here at the Iowa State Fair. Look at now. There's some milling around. I feel like
have they opened the doors, or is this just campers? What is this?
Those aren't campers.
See, Brooks can tell. Did you see
that?
They
have a wristband. There's a camper wristband.
Did you see how Brooks's eyes? He immediately could spot whether they were campers or not.
A lot of the stuff I do is I watch and observe, and people, trends, and you kind of know people, who's working, who's not, and who's just here for the day, and the gates I got to be open. So
Wow.
You know, we open at 7, but again, it's just stuff, you know, we want to, you know, we just want to be a great destination for people to come at the Iowa State Fair.
So, you know, you gave me this chicken waffle sandwich, and I was a little reluctant just because, you know, me and carbs right now. And because I knew if I took a bite, I couldn't stop. Dude, did you test this or you just say, screw it?
No, we did. Well, so, okay.
Because that's incredible.
So,
you want to bite, Ross? Because you downed
it was cut in half. Yeah, so, you know, in my travels, I spend a lot of time in L.A., and one of my favorite places to go is Roscoe Chicken and Waffles.
Oh, yeah, been there.
And, you know, when we toss around ideas, you know, we have I don't want to say hundreds, a ton of ideas. We had a whiteboard literally filled with so many different food items. And when we do our flavor lab or like our testing, you know, we tried this and it was delicious. And, you know, again, it's easy to make. It's just a breakfast item. We don't serve it all day.
What's the sauce?
Syrup. Oh, no, that's a pimento cheese. It's a pimento cheese. So we you know, the pimento cheese you can put on our chicken sandwich that we serve all day, and it's delicious. I mean, you know, that's the fun part, is coming up with the different flavor profiles that aren't normal to the Iowa State Fair. And, you know, that's what we want. That's what the fair should be. You know, I almost think, you know, since Iowa State Fair is the #1 fair in my mind, you know, I kind of view us as like a mini World's Fair. I want to bring world flavors here. I mean, I'm going to Osaka in September to go to a sister city summit, and I'm going to a food expo. Like, I want to bring flavors that people never had tried. It could be something great, and some people could think it's disgusting, but you don't know, and that's what we can do here at the fair. We can do things that aren't normal. I'm not going to do a Campbell's corn dog. I'm not going to do a Brad and Harry's cheese curds.
Pork chop on a stick.
Hey, I love pork chop on a stick.
I do too.
You know, Iowa pork is great, you know, but again, I can't make that.
Right.
So is the chicken pickle ranch rocket your first thing you've had on a stick here at JR's Southpork Ranch?
I guess so. Yeah. Well, we had the beef rib, but that was a bone rib.
Yeah, that was a bone rib.
And yeah, and again, we wanted to, you know, a fried item is hard because we just don't have as many fryers. We were debating putting a fryer in the front, but
you need a hood for that too, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna. Can I borrow some money?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows. You know, people think restaurants just get. The hood is like just an expensive piece of.
Well, you know, I've got some visions of grandeur here, but I need to wait a couple more years before I can fulfill that. But you know, we got to just get our, you know, next couple of years on our belt. But yeah, there are things we want to do, and I hope we're around for a while.
Oh,
you think the mayor of the East Side will allow that?
She will. Yeah, she will.
That's you. You're the mayor of the East Side. She's the mayor of Des Moines.
I don't like that title.
Does East Side Night get? Where did that stigma come from? Because it doesn't.
Stigma? What are you talking about?
The fights, the brawls, the.
Well, it's a reputation well
I
earned,
mean,
my friend.
But I guess, was it like 1 year that really stood out and it just kind of stuck?
No, I mean, so all right, you're conflating a couple things here, and I want to be careful because the fighting is not. That's kind of a misnomer. All right,
so it's more the drinking.
Hold on. East Side Night has nothing to do with drinking and fight. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. The fair, I mean, you could say that about any night at the fair. That you know, the Bud Tent and the Depot, man, what happens at there? Well, people are drinking. Well, what happens when people drink? They fight. Will a fight happen tonight at the fair? Yes.
Probably happens every night.
Just like every night at the fair, right? All right, so that stuff gets conflated with the East Side and East Side Night. The first Friday night of the fair being an East Side Night thing, the way that I've always understood this, and Brooks, you might know more of the history of this than I do, is nothing more than the people that live around this community, this is their home. I grew up not far from here. A lot of my friends grew up really close to here. This is home. This is where we learned how to drive. So when everybody shows up from the state and they want to claim this as theirs, there is one night that the East Siders say, all right, we will be there that night, and that's the night that everybody shows up. And it does seem like there's a bunch of class reunions that'll happen around here. You'll see on Facebook a lot of people posting, like, you know, that their class is gathering here at JR's or one of those other places. So it just becomes like a community thing. Dude, I'll see 1,000 people here tonight that I will know. Now, I can walk around the
He's
fair.
the mayor of the East Side.
Exactly.
1,000 people. I mean, geez, I only know like 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're in Portugal, and they're like, hey, Brooks, he sent you this bottle of port. You're like, what the hell just happened there?
The guy in Portugal gave the greatest presentation. Brooks should
Cristiano is the man.
Brooks should pay this guy to walk around, and when Brooks walks into a room, Cristiano should walk in front of him and go, ladies and gentlemen, please let me explain to you about this gentleman I met many years ago.
So not to do with the Iowa State Fair, Cristiano at Ode Winehouse was one of the top 3 dining experiences of my life. And we got out, and we were 15 minutes late to the reservation just because it was kind of hard to find. We didn't know where we were going. And we show up at like 8:45, our reservation was 8:30, and he was kind of mad. He goes, "You're late." And we're like, "Sorry, but we have an hour and 45 minutes." He goes, "I don't serve fast food." We thought it closed at 10:30. We left at 12:30, and we hugged. And it was, again, the service and just the friendliness. And I flew to Porto last year just to have dinner for one night with him.
Like normal people do. What am I going to do today? Let's fly to Porto.
I flew to Florence to hang out with Ann Jeanette Justice.
To hang out with Ann Jeanette.
You're such a dick. I'm taking the whole family in December. You should show up.
Hey, I got no plans. No, and again, we again, thank you so much for kind of helping, promote my BS all over the years, and again, we want to have fun here, and just the memories that people make, and the camaraderie, and people. It's so fun to just have random people come up to me and tell me thank you so much for changing this place and lightening it up and making a fun vibe, and having this band or doing this, and again, it's we want to again just do what we can to make the Iowa State Fair the best fair in the land.
I saw you sent a nice congratulations to our friend Joni Bell, who Joni.
The Blue Ribbon Bar and Eatery. Joni is great.
Yep.
Great caterers of Iowa, the Rib Shack. Again, we're one large fair here, and she is going to do very well at that place. Yeah. Again, she has really upped the game and elevated the experience here at the Iowa State Fair. And some of these, yes, sir.
About doing anything with Bud?
No.
Jesus. No. Ray does not miss.
No, I can't. You can't do that here at the Iowa State Fair, unfortunately. No, we can't. They won't let us.
Hey, Ray, leave us alone. Jeez.
Iowa legal. No, and again, the things that we want to do here is fun. Again, make memories, live music. We have 49 different music acts here at the Iowa State Fair. We have a church choir coming on Sunday.
I saw that.
Yesterday morning at the grand opening, they dedicated the new Variety Adaptive Playground. A little girl, Kinsley, couldn't play on it last year. And Peter County and the Blue Ribbon Foundation, helped raise the money to have a playground that all kids can play on it. And that's what the Iowa State Fair should have. And it's great. And, Jeremy Parsons, the CEO, he is really, he is so great, just a great leader, and I mean, the employees that they have here are massive. And, Frank Roby, who's the chief of mission, and Scott Worth, and Mindy Williamson, and Tanya Cook, and Annie at the Cookie Building. Again, everybody here at the Iowa State Fair, they're such great people. And Chief Jones, and Robin.
Brooks is going to name every person that's at the Iowa State Fair. He's going to stand at the gate, and all 120,000
in his next life, this man's going to drive for NASCAR. I mean, because he's going to think next is Wonder Bread, and then.
And last of all, I'd like to thank me for always believing in me.
Like Helen Little at Campbell's Concessions, Eric Campbell at Campbell's Concessions.
But he only knows 20 people.
The Corn Dog Princess at Campbell's Concessions.
You don't miss. That's what we love about you.
Hey, I'm good at doing two things: driving a golf cart and blowing smoke.
You are the homecoming king of Des Moines. You can call me whatever you want to call me.
Mayor of the East Side.
I'm more like the class president. I'm the nerdy kid that people were like, okay, he wants to be important. We'll let him be the class president. Brooks, he gets to be homecoming king. He gets to wear the fuzzy hat and wave to the people on the back of the convertible.
I was Roosevelt's mascot my senior year for football.
I was closer to being the mascot than being on the homecoming court.
I got to wear fur underwear and hang out with cheerleaders. It was great.
Were you the horse or were you the rider?
We had a Viking mascot for some reason. Odin. I don't know. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey.
Dude, why is the East Scarlet an Indian? But you ask East High
Are you
people.
still the Scarlets?
We're still the Scarlets, yeah. Don't give me that look.
Hey, if you're the mayor of the East Side, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, God. Well, Brooks, I tell you what, I know that this is a labor of love for you. We appreciate you having, this is our second year out here live. We appreciate you having us out because, you know,
this is such a fun way to start the day,
again,
too.
you guys have been how long have we been?
15 years now?
Again,
16?
You know, I never thought when I started Bacon Fest it would morph into what I'm doing today. And again, like, it's so fun just to think of all the weird and wonderful things you can do. And not everything sticks. A lot has. But, you know, you got to try and fail and maybe try and succeed. And you know, we have a lot of fun doing it. And, you know, again, I'm so fortunate. My business partners at Great Cow Chef, Corey and Carrie Hansen, Jason Slephorse, Heath Sheely, Frank and Darcy Hines, Luke Seelman, you know, Chef Sarah Tuttle.
Queen Tut.
I mean,
yep.
Her food is delicious. You know, our whole kitchen crew.
Sarah's the one that met us here at 4:45 this morning.
And she was tired. She was tired.
Her daughter Ophelia was giving me some sass the other day because I didn't stop and say hello. Now I'm getting attitude from a 10-year-old.
Oh, the crowd's coming in. They're going to want to move my Starlink here pretty soon.
Yes, they are.
So that's Corey Hansen right there. He's my business partner. And then the other guy, Chip Overton, is our architect. He helped design this building. So that's a breakfast club right there that we have. You know, we host probably 20 private groups, you know, businesses or breakfast clubs. And actually yesterday at one point we had 4 different private events at once.
Damn. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Cops have already come and gone. I prepared Ray. I said, listen, all the cops eat breakfast here, so don't get nervous when 30 cops come swarming up on JR's.
We got to start wrapping it up.
Okay.
We have these golden tickets. Should we give them away here? Have people give them here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll work out the details. We'll do a Facebook post and stuff about how to get them and where to go, but we can do that, right?
Sure.
All right. You look real confident.
No, we'll have it. We'll give them to Rick at the main bar, and we'll talk. You want to talk after?
Yeah, we'll talk afterwards. All right. Thanks, Brooksy.
Thanks, guys.
Good talking to you, buddy.
Love you,
Brooks
man.
Reynolds, come to JR Southpork Ranch at the Iowa State Fair. You will not be disappointed. Also, want to point out that at 10 o'clock this morning, tickets go on sale for Adam Sandler at the Casey Center. So you remember the documentary that Adam Sandler did a couple years ago?
Yeah.
He's back on tour again. He's going to be at the Casey Center, I believe, October 5th. And those tickets go on sale this morning.
They went fast last time.
Yes.
They're going to go fast again.
So, God, I had fun today, Ross. This flew
great.
by.
Yep.
It was weird. I go, I got nothing planned, Ross. I don't have anything. You know me when I don't have, like, at least an outline.
What did I say to you?
You're like, look around.
I said, look around.
Just look around. It's that simple. It's that simple. We are going to head up to Central City Liquors real quick and make sure to pick up your cast strength single barrel Knob Creek bourbon. It's 126 proof. You will not be disappointed. You don't have to go see us there. Just go buy that bourbon. It's $59.99. And then we're going to Willis. Willis Automotive. If you need a car this weekend while you're in town for the Iowa State Fair, no better place to stop than Willis Automotive. So, all right, that wraps it up, my friend. Good day.
This is a fun day, buddy. Fun day. Glad to have you back.
Ray was good. And
Ray was Ray.
Ray started off really good.
Ray was Ray. What do you? I mean.
Have a great weekend, everybody. This is the Rush Radio Show, powered by
Willis Automotive.
I know I got to get to my thing here. Powered by, I can't see because of the sun. Powered by Willis Automotive.
It's Body Armor. Real hydration with electrolytes. No artificial dyes and coconut water. Choose better. Body Armor.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know. El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
Are you thinking about buying a home this year? Start by getting pre-approved with Gary Presnall at Northwest Bank in Des Moines to see how much you can qualify for and what loan programs meet your needs. Gary can get you pre-approved in 30 minutes or less with a pre-approval letter to you. Gary offers first-time first-time homebuyers programs, VA loans along with FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on therushradio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland, Service Manager here at Mini of Des Moines. It's August, and while most of Iowa has shifted their attention to corn dogs and butter cows, us here at Mini of Des Moines are still focused on making sure your Mini is running properly and well maintained. Please give us a call or schedule your appointment online at miniofdesmoines.com.
Bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bakery, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking.
Looking for the perfect golf escape? Experience links-style golf right here in Ames at Coldwater Golf Links. With rolling fairways, large greens, and unique routing, it's golf the way it's meant to be played. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, you'll love our course's welcoming atmosphere and friendly staff. Grab your clubs, book a tee time, and make every round unforgettable. Coldwater Golf Links, where great golf leads to great memories. Visit coldwatergolf.com to book your round today.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.